This is a tutorial for Prelude number 1, L'Adieu by Fraser. L'Adieu means the farewell in French. The first thing we'll cover is identifying what the melody is. It's a little bit tricky to see with all the slurs and ties throughout. We also have a few voices going on in the right hand. So I'm going to first just play the melody, maybe consider going through and highlighting what the melody notes are so it's easy to read. The fingering I'm just going to do just as it makes sense for the purposes of playing the melody. We'll now go through without pedal and identify the finger legatos that are required throughout. There's quite a few, and I would say generally speaking you'd want to think about trying to play this as legato as possible with your fingers. So let's do a little bit just from the beginning. You'll notice measure 2 to 3, there is quite a few ties that we have there. So just be aware of that. We'll be using a pedal change there. Measures 4 to 5 will have the same thing. So I'll start 4th beat or so of measure 4. These notes right now in the right hand, you're going to have to switch and take with your left hand. Measures 3 and 4, you'll notice that there are 3 places where the left hand is crossing over the right hand. Those notes are marked with 3 Ps. They should be played very quietly as to not interfere with the melody. And there'll be a quick jump back down to the bass clef as well. So I'll do a demonstration just starting at measure 3. We're going to go through the pedaling now. At the very beginning, you have the option to use the pedal for the first 2 notes and change on the F sharp. You can do it without if you want to. Either way I think would work. I usually do it with pedal. Hold the pedal through all of that until I play this A natural. Then pedal on the G sharp. So I'm going to let go on the A natural so that we don't have all in the same pedal. And I'm going to hold all the notes with the left and right hand as much as possible to have some finger legato. So no pedal on the A, and then pedal again at the beginning of measure 2 on the G sharp. So I'll do that again. Pedal on the G natural here. You're going to pedal into measure 3 while holding everything. You play just an F sharp, put the pedal back down. On the A natural, let go there, and then try to capture this beat a little bit with the pedal, and then play. And then here I do a half pedal, so I don't lose the B that I played previously in measure 4 completely, but we also don't want the E major and the E minor combined to the same pedal. I found that on my piano, a half pedal there does the trick in making that sound good. Let me start the pickup to measure 3 again. So. Pedal. Half pedal. Left hand's going to take these notes, change the pedal. Let's cover the pedaling there. So in the previous measure, this is what we have. You're going to be holding just the B, the C sharp, and the E. Put the pedal down. Change the pedal on this E and F sharp. Change the pedal now at the D sharp. Change the pedal here. Change the pedal here. Change the pedal on this G natural and hold everything that you can. I'm holding right now these notes with the left hand, right hand, and the left hand you'll be holding the C sharp there. Pedal here. Pedal here. pedal when you play that G natural. And then for measure 9, I do not pedal the first beat. I let go, because what would happen if we pedal and just hold it there, we have, which I think is undesirable. We want, so pedal on that second 16th note. The left hand, I recommend holding all these notes legato. I hold the pedal in this lunga pedal here. Pedal here. Pedal here. Pedal here. Pedal here. In measure 12 is optional whether you want to pedal on the third beat or just hold the pedal throughout that entire measure. Either way I think would work. Same thing with 13. So I'll start 12 again. Pedal here, and our D sharp becomes our E flat that's tied in the next measure. Pedal here. Pedal here. Pedal. I pedal there. You're going to be holding left hand D natural, right hand B and D natural. Pedal there. I usually don't pedal that measure. I put the pedal down at the beginning of measure 16 and I don't pedal until measure 17. I'll do it again. Pedal 17. Pedal here. Now on measure 18, pedal. Pedal again. Pedal. And then hold the pedal into measure 20. When you change it, don't lift it up. Into 21, you're going to be holding in the left hand now. Take what was the B and the G sharp with the right hand. You're going to hold those with the left hand. So I'll demonstrate that again at measure 20. Change the pedal. Change the pedal here. Change the pedal here. Change the pedal here. You notice I did a lot of finger legato there. Try to connect everything as much as you can. Change the pedal at the beginning of measure 23. Change the pedal on this G natural. I hold everything here legato. The right hand is going to be now capturing the B sharp, the B and the C sharp. Pedal with the F sharp at the beginning of 24. Pedal there on the A natural. Pedal here at the G natural. Hold the pedal. No pedal here, same as before. Now put the pedal down. Now put the pedal down. Hold the pedal. Change it here. I normally don't change the pedal on the last chord. I like on my piano the way it sounds, having a little bit of that C sharp blend into there. If you want to change the pedal on that last chord, you can. It's optional. Let's go ahead and now talk about some of the voicing dynamics and tempo throughout. From the very beginning, I don't really do much with the dynamics really until the end of measure 2. So let's go over that. I take a little bit of time before I go to this A sharp. That's just how I like it. So I crescendoed at the end of measure 2, maybe around the third beat or so, into measure 3, and then I pretty quickly am going to diminuendo there as well. So let me do a demonstration of that again. These left-hand notes that are marked with the 3 Ps are going to have to be very delicate so they don't interfere with the melody in the right hand. So just be very gentle with those, and you're going to notice you'll have to jump pretty quickly back down with the left hand to the bass clef. I'm going to do that again. Go ahead and hold this. No need to rush into the odd tempo. You notice I got a little bit quicker there, a little pumoso, right? I feel like this needs a little bit forward momentum from what we just had, all the slowing down there. So I'm gonna do that, hold again from end of measure 4. Crescendo here. So one of the things you'll have to do in measure 8 for the most part is the left-hand notes. That's all gonna have to be very quiet, and same thing with the right hand when it plays the thumb on the A sharp in the second beat of measure 8. If any of that's too loud, it's going to drown out that A sharp melody tied note. So do all that very delicately. I'm gonna do the pickup to measure 7 again. This lunga, you could treat as a fermata, just like take your time with it. A little bit of a break there. So I took a little bit of a breath between measures 10 and 11. I'll probably do the same throughout this section, a little bit of this middle section. Just take some breaths between these slur marks. They're different thoughts or ideas. I got, after this subito mezzo forte, you'll be holding this B as a tie. I got really quickly soft to get back down to that pianissimo in measure 12. Let me do it again from the lunga. So you notice I took a little bit of a breath between measures 12 and 13. 13 into 14, I did not. I accelerated, I got louder. No breath there. We want to drive towards the agitato section. This will probably be the loudest part of the song. We want more motion and more emotional complexity here as well. I'm going to start at measure 12 again to do a demonstration of that. Back to really quiet here. Take a breath here. A little bit of a breath here. And then smorzando here, meaning we're going to get slower and softer. We're dying away. You're probably going to notice that you're going to have to be very gentle with some of these left-hand notes and the right-hand accompaniment notes, so that as we get softer and slower, we still have that melody ringing through. In measure 21 now, we're holding what would the B and the G sharp with the right hand. We now have that with the left hand. We play C sharp with the right hand. Just really quiet here and simple. I take a little bit of time between all those phrases. I crescendo into that. It's not written in the music, it's optional. I like the way that sounds. And then now we're going to be at the original tempo, but ma meno mosso, with less motion, so slower here. Crescendo a tiny bit right before that smorzando. If we're super quiet there, we don't have really room to get softer. So I do a little bit of a crescendo, maybe to piano, I would say, so that we have some room to get softer as the smorzando just gradually gets softer and slower. So let me do it the pickup to the measure 24, the a tempo meno mosso. Take your time there. You can hold as long as you want. And those notes didn't quite play, I didn't play them fully, but that's the idea. I have to pick up to 24 again. Take your time there. Take your time. Go ahead and hold that. Take your time with all of that. It's just getting really slow, as quiet, like feather light as possible. I would recommend going down to the bottom of the keys. Don't do a above the escapement approach with that. Overall, I would say I use a lot of soft pedal throughout this piece. With some of the crescendos, the agitato section in the middle, I'll let go of the soft pedal, but otherwise I'm using it quite a bit to just really keep this piece soft.